Hi you all and welcome. Today we'll be drawing Bandit from Bluey. So grab whatever you like to draw with and let's get started. Let's just start with a light pencil sketch of Bluey's dad. We'll begin with a rectangle that kind of has round edges. You can start with a line near the top, leaving enough space for ears. Make another line down here, leaving enough space for legs and feet. Make a line up and down on both sides. And add the curves in the corners. There's triangles up here at the top. And those will be his ears. This is a straight line up from the side, and then back down. Inside the triangle ears are two little triangles. We can add the nose jutting out toward the right about here, leaving enough space for the eyes. Straight line to the right, a line down with a bit of a curve for the mouth or the start of the mouth. Flat again here, and then it will curl up with another little curve here. There's also a line right here for the neck. Here there's an upside down triangle with round edges or points for the nose. Behind the nose, the eye starts off kind of straight and then goes into a curve, a pretty big curve. And on this side of the nose, the eye starts off kind of straight again and then gets curved this way, almost like ovals. Here will be a pupil. And here as well, the black part of the eye. Here there will be a curve, that will be the darker part of the fur. Here is another curve to the bottom of the neck over here. And from the nose, there's a kind of squiggle line that goes around like a smile here. The arm is basically a rectangle at his side. with kind of 4 ovals for the fingers and the thumb. There is a spot here, which we will color later, and a line here for lighter blue. You can make a kind of curved, I would call this like a rectangle or a square with little curved edges, or corners, I should say. And if you don't like something, just pick up your eraser and erase it. Or if you're using an iPad, undo it and try again. Here's another kind of little rectangle inside this one, kind of like what we did for the ears. Oh, up here we have little eyebrows, basically curved ovals or almost like little caterpillars. And there's a bit of shine here. The tail we'll add in just a moment. Let's draw kind of long rectangles down to start the legs. And a little curve to the flat part of the foot. Same thing over here, a little curve, and then the flat part, and make sure your rectangle goes all the way down to the ground. A line right about here and here for the lighter color. And then there will of course be lines for the toes, here, here, and here and here. The tail is pointing to the left and down. And then it has these kinds of fluffy fur things at the end of it. And then back up to the body. There's a bit of a curve here, darker fur and lighter fur. So I think that we've got all of the basic details for the dad. So if you want to, you can lightly erase to make sure that you don't have extra marks. For example, on the nose, and kind of lighten up your sketch a little bit without erasing it completely. If you need to, grab another piece of paper to kind of scrape the eraser marks away. And also use this to clean up your eraser. So lightly erase the parts that you don't want, but also kind of make your lines a little bit fainter if you can. But if you want to, you can also just begin coloring over the top of this. No big deal. Alright, when you've lightened up whatever you'd like to of the pencil sketch, let's begin to color our drawings. For those of you who are working with digital materials, you might have the benefit here of not having to really clean up anything, as you can just color over the top of it with a new layer. So test your colors if you want or need to. I'm working with Crayola's 12 pack, so it's pretty limited. And I'm just going to kind of try to do my best to recreate the colors. So to me, the ears and spots are kind of blue-black color, so I'm going to go over mine with blue, or violet, I suppose I'm looking for blue here. So I'm going to go over mine with blue, and then I'll kind of lightly go over it in black as well. If you use the side of your pencil and press lightly, you can color with different shades. If you press harder, it's going to get darker and also probably more like oily, depending on what types of colors you're using, of course. There are some like white pieces of fur or light blue over the top of this area, just sort of here and there. And it probably would have been best to leave those spaces empty beforehand, or to color in the area with white possibly might have helped. I'll try it here with a few different pieces and see what will happen. I don't really notice it too well, but if you look closely, it does leave little gaps where the white is. However, I'll try to do my best to sort of fix that at the end. It might not be possible at this point. And that's okay. This is all just for fun. If you have a white gel pen and you're using colored pencils like me, that should work to go over the top of it. If you don't have that, maybe learn from what I just did and do the white first and then go over the blue. I think for the rest of the drawings, I myself will do that as well. This is already looking pretty cool. Very excited to see how they all turn out. Does anyone here like to speak in accents? For example, I believe Bluey's got an Australian accent. I myself do enjoy that from time to time. So here I'll try that technique, adding in these white hairs. Even if I can't really see it, it's definitely there. And hopefully, if I shade my color just right, it should appear. But we'll see. Oh. So here we'll shade in this area. And it does seem to be showing up as long as I use the edge of the pencil. So maybe it will show up even more with the black over it. Seems like Bluey and Bluey's dad, Bandit, have similar coloring. Oh, look at how well that showed up there. Great. Okay, so definitely use that technique. My apologies for not mentioning it before. Kind of slipped my mind. But we're all learning here, and this is fun. So I think I'm done with the blue. I'm going to try to add my black over the top of it and hope for the best. Now I will actually try to add my white in all over and see if it works. It honestly probably is not going to show through now. It just blends at this point. So that's something to learn from that, from my experience today. That you want to put your white down first when you've got little hairs or anything like that. Okay, here we go. This is looking all right. So I'm putting the black over the blue pretty lightly, and it's kind of looking like that dark sort of navy color that Bandit seems to have. I'm not pressing hard, I'm just sort of lightly using the side of the pencil. So I'm not like pressing hard like this, like carving into it. All right, those white pieces right there are definitely showing up. The ones up here are not, and that's okay. Oh, dropped my pencil. I almost preferred it that kind of darker blue, but I wonder what happened to go over the top of that too. For me, it doesn't really show up that well. It's okay, but okay. Next, let's grab this sort of light pencil and go over the eyebrow area, as well as everywhere else, basically. I do see that I forgot the triangle pieces. We'll come back to those. I think adding white over the top of this would help it, but doesn't seem to be the case. Doesn't blend as well as one would hope. Oh, and I forgot the black for the nose, but we can come back to that. So pretty lightly add this in everywhere, very gently. And we'll actually press harder for the in-between parts, like this, for example. Yeah, because this color definitely shows up as more blue. So we'll try to copy that by pressing just a little bit harder. And then lightly here. And lightly around the tummy. Darker over here, so we'll do that pressing down again. Pretty hard. I mean, not breaking the pencil or anything like that, but here as well. Ooh. When you get a funny edge, try to use a different sheet of paper to round it out by rolling it back and forth if you are using colored pencils. Now, if you're using something else, that won't make any sense right now. So, sorry about that. Ooh. And lightly down here for the paws. Light, light, light. Oh, a little too dark on mine. That's all right. If I darken this up, maybe it'll help. Okay, before we add the brown on the nose, let's go ahead and do the white. So just little hairs here and there everywhere, it seems. Little hairs everywhere. And hopefully that will be correct. Now I don't think, my brown is far too brown. So maybe I'll use the light orange. Yeah, I think I'll use light orange in place of that tan color. If you have the tan color, definitely use that. So by light orange, I just mean that I'm pressing lightly. It's not the color. It's regular orange. Oh, got a little bit outside, but that's all right. All just for fun. Yeah, if I go back and forth this other direction too, it really helps those white pieces show up. But tan would definitely look way better. Let's grab the black and try to make those pupils finished. Oh no. You do something like that, sometimes you just kind of have to go with it and hope for the best. So I'll just try to make the other one as round on top. So I'm outlining my nose, or Bandit's nose, and I'm just trying to go around that oval that we made for the shine instead of coloring it. Maybe just lightly. Okay. It looks like Bandit has an outline around the eyes in black, so we can do that. And there's outlines kind of all over. But to me they seem to change colors, so just pick out whichever color or colors you'd like to do the outlines in. I think I'd like mine in blue. Or what is this? Yeah, blue. So here we're just tracing the outline of everything. Now for the mouth, I will use, I think, brown, like the character has in the show. But for these other outlines, I think blue will suffice. Oh, bit of a funny edge there, but that's okay. I'll stop right here so it makes sense. And I'll use brown to make these lines, hopefully. And then right back to trying to add all the lines where I think they should go. If you want to add anything to your Bandit drawing, please do. Maybe Bandit is holding something, or maybe there's a background like Bandit at the beach, whatever you want. I look forward to seeing all of your drawings. I'm very excited about them. And I hope that you've enjoyed drawing along with me today. And if you want to, you can grab your black and make a little shadow underneath Bandit, but you don't have to, just for fun. Alright you all, that's Bandit from Bluey. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I look forward to seeing your results. See you next time!